episode 962 of the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast, the issue of complicity on the part of anti-war protesters in the elongation of the Vietnam War is the featured topic. A recent op-ed in the Mankato Free Press titled Vietnam Protest Extended War, that was submitted by Gary Lindsay of North Mankato, shed much light on the subject. Lindsay expressed an opinion in his op-ed that is shared by many Vietnam veterans. That is the belief that the anti-war protesters did in fact cause the war to drag on longer than was necessary. That in effect caused more names to be added to the Vietnam Memorial Wall in Washington and more mothers with broken lives. The Tet Offensive that occurred in February of 1968 illustrates the contention. The Tet Offensive kicked off on the 1st of February of that year. It was a massive attack of towns and cities across the country. The leaders in North Vietnam were frustrated with their inability to defeat the South Vietnamese and their American-led allies. They decided to roll the dice and gamble everything they had on one big offensive, hoping to drive the Americans out of South Vietnam so they could have their way with the Southerners and realize their goal of installing a communist paradise in a unified Vietnam. They even convinced the National Liberation Front cadre, better known as the Viet Cong, to come out of their rat holes into the open and assist in the defeat of the South Vietnamese and their imperialist American allies. In reality, it was all for naught. The North suffered a grievous defeat. The Viet Cong leadership apparatus was destroyed. The North lost everything, including more than 50,000 troops dead. Strangely, Walter Cronkite and others in the media pronounced the Tet Offensive to be a tremendous victory for the North and a defeat for the American coalition. This gave additional impetus to the protesters. Hear more about the featured opinion and a personal account of the Tet Offensive in episode 962 of the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast. Go to VietnamVeteranNews.com.